Tiny Epic Zombies sticks 1 to 5 players inside of a mall during a zombie apocalypse. It can be played solo, competitively, and cooperatively, as well as having one zombie player go up against the survivors. Depending on the mode used, not to mention the objectives that come out, your goal will be different. The general idea is, mostly, kill zombies, don't get killed yourself, keep the courtyard safe, and follow objectives. You get 14 player cards with human and zombie sides. They all have unique ability. Do not forget about this ability. It can often be the difference between winning and losing. The wound/ammo mechanism is really neat. Using ranged attacks spends ammo. If your wound and ammo markers meet or cross over, you're zombie food. The zombie player has a horde marker that starts off low, but as the humans crash around the mall making noise, your powers grow. There are 9 double-sided store cards. You'll enter stores to kill zombies, grab loot, work on objectives, and perform store abilities. Maybe you'll want to set traps, gain ammo, or even zip across the mall using the secret passage. You can only use the ability or pick up items if there are no zombies in any of the store's rooms. Stores have 3 rooms each, and zombies will always move from 1 to 2 to 3. If a store is full, the zombie moves to the next. Zombies in corner stores move to the ones adjacent to the courtyard. Zombies in these stores smash into the courtyard's barricades. If the barricade token reaches 0, remove a survivor. Humans lose if there are no survivors to remove. Draw 3 of the 9 double-sided objectives, then follow the setup instructions. You'll usually have to explore and check tokens, but sometimes you'll need to bring an item back to the courtyard and things like that. Humans win if they complete all the objectives. You're not just stuck with a weak knife and pistol. Each round, you'll search by revealing a card. This goes inside the room you're in, meaning it's available to be picked up by you or another human, beginning on your next turn. Check the noise icon in the corner. If it doesn't match your room, you're safe. If it matches your room, you made a noise attracting the zombies and have become overrun. Take a wound and check the horde marker on the zombie card. Perform that action, then move the marker up. After that, put 2 zombies in 1 or 2 of the stores matching the noise icon. The item deck is usually helpful, but bad events can also pop up. I've walked through the main parts of the game, so let's see how it all comes together. A human must move 3 times. You also cannot take an action unless you've moved. Let's say you're in the food court and there are 2 zombies, including one where you are. You can move to where the other is, roll the melee die to kill that zombie, then move back to where you were, roll the melee die to kill that zombie, then perform the room ability. You will always kill the zombie, but that melee die has a few tricks up its sleeve. You might have to take 1 or 2 wounds, which stinks. On the other hand, there's an overkill ability that'll let you move to a new room. If you kill the zombie there with an overkill, I'm sure you can see where I'm going here. As you can imagine, in a game with 5 modes, there's a lot more that I haven't covered, but this should give you the general idea. Move around the mall, fulfill objectives, and survive. That's Tiny Epic Zombies. Tiny Epic Zombies' only math is tracking health and ammo. There is lots of reading, but it isn't especially difficult. The text is small though, so be warned if you have weaker eyes or playing in low light. The mechanisms alone could probably be handled by 6-year-olds, but the full game should be safe for experienced gamers 8 and up. 3 or more players should use a dining table. The map and components take up more space than you'd expect. Including setup and takedown, expect your first game with 3 or more players to take around 75 minutes. After that, games can be played in around 60 minutes. In our 6th game with Tiny Epic Zombies, I was a cruel zombie against Mom, Dad, and our friend Ariel. I kept overrunning their survivors and doing whatever I could to make their lives miserable. Mom was mostly playing support, Dad was a zombie killing machine, and Ariel was a mix. They were a good team, but I had them down to one barricade and no remaining survivors. Ariel's greaser drove in the cop car and leapt out to smash a zombie to clear one room. Dad rushed out of safety to grab the final helicopter part, despite only having one health left. It was a close, exciting game, but I lost. Tiny Epic Zombies' icons are clear and easy to remember, but the tiny text on the cards is really disappointing. It slows the game down when you have to take extra time to read them. The item maples are amazing, and the little weapons and vehicles are cool. The room numbers are really easy to miss though. Green boxes? Seriously? Make them blood red or something so they jump out easier. There's lots of variety. Double-sided mall cards with varying layout, 14 characters with variable player powers, 9 objectives, 5 modes, all in a small portable box. You certainly get your money's worth here. The zombies are weak, but there are so many, and they won't stop coming. You may be able to breathe easy at times, but for the most part, you'll be struggling to survive a tense experience. At the same time, you'll never be stuck in one place taking damage endlessly. Your die roll will always kill a zombie, but you may occasionally take damage in return. Or, even better, trigger an overkill. On an overkill, you have a free move and roll, so make it count. If you keep rolling overkills, you can wipe out a whole pile of zombies. Stores have abilities and items are dropping, although not all cards are good for you. You can go out and hunt and/or collect, or stay back and heal yourself. You can strengthen your barricades or work on objectives. I strongly recommend you work on objectives. What I'm saying is what you can do on your turn is simple, but what you should do is a harder choice. Still, there's next to no downtime, and only those with severe analysis paralysis. AP means you freeze when you need to make decisions. We'll have troubles. I like the standard competitive game more than competitive against a zombie player, which was difficult past the point of being fun. On the other hand, I like cooperative versus the zombie a bit more than standard co-op because a human is smarter, meaning more challenging. I've only played this with 3 and 4 players, but both are a lot of fun. The extra player makes the game harder because there are more zombies, but that player could trigger overkill combos. It balances out. I quite enjoy Tiny Epic Zombies. It's an optimization and efficiency puzzle that's thematic and tense and exciting. There are multiple ways to play, loads of characters, objectives, and map tiles, and all in an hour. I don't enjoy as much as The Walking Dead No Sanctuary, but if I was in the mood for a zombie game that we could play on weeknights, this is the perfect choice.